Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the one place on a Tuesday night, the Tuesday night flight, where we take you around the sports world, one sport at a time. We got a full house today. We rocking our version of the Four Horsemen, if you want to say it that way, even though KG might bicker a little bit and have some consternation about what I just said. But tonight, in tonight's show, we got something special for you. We got to go through the coaches being fired. We got a nice little thing where maybe KG got beef. I don't know, but it's kind of sort of that way. We got a nickel recap. We got previews of the college football games coming up and the Saturday wildcard game. And then, of course, Sunday morning, when no better way to start your Sunday off with the Sunday Rise, we'll take you through the other three games. The other four games. So we'll get you squared away, get you up to date. We might even sneak in a golf update with the TGL because we got the correspondent in the house. With all that being said, this is the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. I'm the Midnight Rider, the guy above me in the square. That's the gentleman Jack. The guy beside me in this square with the dope background is the correspondent. The guy in the top corner, he's the host of the show. He's the big guy, KG. And with that being said, before I pass it on to him, just remember tomorrow morning when you wake up, you know what I'm saying? You wipe the crust out your eye, you throw on your ESPN, you probably watch Sports Center like most of us do. Or you might throw on some Biggie. I don't know. You might get you some cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. So whatever you do, by 9 o'clock a.m., you go to your local podcast place, whether it's Podbean, Podbox, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Odyssey, any place you want like that. And guess what you get to do? You get to hear the audio version of this show, brought to you by these four gentlemen. You get to hear our voices and take us with you throughout the course of your day. Now, you might say, "Hey, Ben, Midnight Rider, I want the video version." And I say, you know what? We got the video version. So what you do is you take yourself over to YouTube, you type in Sideline Junkies Podcast Network, and you pull the show up that way, and you can watch it at your desk. Or you can watch it while you're on the treadmill. It don't matter how you watch it, but as long as you watch it, America's a better place. With all that being said, now I turn the show over to the big guy, KG. Take it away.
Good evening. I'm gonna make it.
It's a good thing Jack got shorts on. That's all I'm saying.
I got drawers on today. I got drawers on today.
Exactly, he said today. I didn't need to know that in my life.
It's not Sunday. Sunday is sucker-free Sunday. No draws.
Oh Lord.
Man, TMI.
Man, how y'all feeling? Obviously, Jack's feeling good.
Oh, I had a great day today. Went to the doctors, had a great report. Down to 226. I am fired up. Made some business moves today with some possible sponsorships over here on Kent Island. My man was like, I gave him a card. I gave him the card that I showed you guys at the boxing event that I had made, the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network card. And my man was like, dude, somebody just mentioned this to me like 3 days ago. I'm like, boys, nah, you lying. He's like, yeah. So then I said, well, I go by the Gentleman Jack. He's like, yeah, they asked me about the Gentleman Jack. I'm like, no. He said, for real. So there's a local carry-out joint over here, gas station, liquor store. And, I told him nothing's too big, nothing's too small, man. Let's get some sponsorships going. So had a fun day today. Met a young athlete today, lacrosse player. He's going to be playing lacrosse up north in Boston. So I think I'm going to get that young man on there in the passenger seat. He's 19 years old from Centerville, Maryland. Played ball at, where did he play ball? Oh, what's it called? Sewell Friend? No, anyway, I'll get into that. But yeah, met some athletes today, met some sponsorship possibilities. So had a great doctor's appointment. JC is pumped. Okay, thanks, guys. I called both of these cats earlier, KG, just to show them how pumped I was.
Well, I'm doing pretty good, just not as good as Jack. How about that?
Yeah.
You know,
baby.
with all these coaches being let go, I'm happy to be employed over here. So thanks for having me. It's a work night.
Yeah, and I'm at 241. I'm dancing between 237 and 241, down about 18 pounds the last 3 months. But I don't know if I'm doing it the right way.
I like how we talk about food on Sunday, and then on Tuesday we're already talking about our Jenny Craig segment. I mean, that quick.
Well, I ate chicken on Sunday. No. Sunday I had them house burgers, boy. They was banging. My wife make a banging house burger, Joe. She put a little lean pines in there, a little of that onion soup joint in there.
That's right.
Some other specials. Ooh, cookie.
That's the only way you make it. With the onion soup and a little Worcester shy.
Yes, I had a little lean pines. Yeah, so those was banging Sunday, dude. I was thinking of all y'all while I was sitting there, not because house burgers, they ain't small. You make a small house burger, you a buster. So, what you gonna skimp for, KG?
You can't do that. Things that be big as your chest. You know that the side of that thing I look like that.
And two other things you don't skimp on: peanut butter and air conditioning. Boom.
Hey, I'm always with that.
We can get that.
Talk about this real quick. Myles Garrett breaks the sack record. Miles ahead. He gets 23 sacks in the season. People trying to diminish it, saying, well, he did it in 17 games. Michael Strahan did it in 16, and Reggie White did it in 12. Okay, whatever.
All right,
only problem I had with this.
Quick stat on that. Myles Garrett did it. Here's a stat. Myles Garrett played 17 games, but only played 425 snaps.
Oh, wow.
Michael Strahan played 16 games, and I think he played 623 snaps.
Wow.
And somewhere in the middle, I think it's Reggie with 500 plus snaps.
Now,
kudos, Midnight Rider.
This is my only problem with it. How that last sack came about. You mean to tell me that Joe Burrow had that opening to run and he stepped and he fell down? It's the same thing that Favre did. He fell down.
Nah, it's not as bad as Favre, dude. Favre laid down with a pillow, dude. Nah. Brett Favre laid down for Reggie with a pillow.
He laid down for Strahan.
Strahan, excuse me.
He snapped the ball and went 2 yards right and fell on the ground. And got touched.
Same thing.
That was the worst. No, not as bad.
Go look at that. And when you look at that, you'll be like, yeah, I'm happy that he broke it. I just don't like the way that he broke because that's not Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is a freight train off the edge. To break the record,
he's a dominant force.
It felt a little cheap.
Not after Midnight Rider threw those numbers at us, KG. I was on your side 100% until Midnight Rider broke those numbers out. Now, you look at the snap counts, he broke that record in a shorter period of time. If you look at it. The reason
why it doesn't feel cheap to me because the last 2 weeks of the season, the other teams were actually
working against
planning so he wouldn't get it, right? They wouldn't get it on their watch. He was trying his ass off. You know
Chicago.
What I mean? To get it.
Yep.
He was, I think was it Pittsburgh the week before? And then
Chicago. And then Chicago.
He was trying his ass off. And that's when I said, okay, well, I hope he gets it. You know, the look ain't the best. I agree with you, KG, on that. But because of the dude he is and how hard.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's a monster, man. So
yeah, Pittsburgh was rolling out out to the side away from him wherever he lined up. There was always a chip. Like they had a chip and a block waiting for him the whole ball game. They made sure that Aaron Rodgers' name wasn't going to be underneath that thing where it says who he sacked for his record-breaking sack.
I wonder how many pressures he had also generated sacks for.
Yes, other people.
So anyway, he's a top 4 player in NFL probably.
He's a top 4 athlete.
He's a freak.
I've seen him dunk. I've seen him dunk.
He He'll do a dunk contest before practice sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, he was in the NBA weekend one year.
Yep.
And threw a monster dunk down almost 300 pounds. That's a beast.
I can't believe that's still in the contract. If I'm the GM, that's got to come out.
See,
Well,
with him,
that's why he stopped playing.
That size and that athleticism, you can't bottle that up. He's like a more athletic LeVon Kirkland.
Go ahead.
He's just a load. You say what?
I pick Julius Peppers over LeVon Kirkland. I'd say he's more like a Julius Peppers. When you walk in the gym, if you took your shirt off and they take theirs off, you just go ahead and politely put your shirt on and then go grab a coat and zip it up to the neck. Because, you ain't messing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Myles Garrett, I thought, after this situation happened against Pittsburgh years ago, who was that? Who was that quarterback? It wasn't Kenny Pickett. Mason Rudolph. I don't know why Kenny Pickett was in my head, but after that incident with Mason Rudolph, and I mean, it was ugly, y'all. It was ugly. I know y'all agree. That helmet flying from it was just crazy. And I thought he was going to catch a career-ending bad rap for that. I really did. I'm glad he came back, nose to the ground, didn't dwell on it, did his suspension, whatever. And that's in the far rearview mirror now, guys. This record is what it is now, and everybody still realizes what a beast Myles Garrett is, not going back to that Pittsburgh incident like some cats want to do. So, hats off, Myles Garrett. You rock. And I meant to wear my Cleveland shirt tonight for him, but I forgot. Is it in here? It might be in here.
All right. Next up.
Thank you. You go.
We got a list of coaches to get to. The last one that was lately that took the L. I didn't think it was going to happen. Baltimore's John Harbaugh. After 18 seasons, hold on, I had it pulled up. 18 seasons, a Super Bowl win, 24-13 in the playoffs, 180 and 113 record, 6 division titles, one coach of the year in 2019 and 12 playoff berths. Only the third coach in Baltimore Ravens history has been relieved of his duties, has to turn in his key card and all that jazz. So he's not going to get to enjoy the new locker room that they just the new training facility additions that they put in that he had a hand in putting in over last offseason out in Owens Mills. So he's not going to get to fully enjoy that. My first thing is we ride at dawn. So who's with me? And I'll turn it over to Gentleman Jack.
Nah, I thought this was ridiculous, man. You're not going to find a better football mind than a Harbaugh. Football is in Harbaugh's blood. Their father was a legendary coach. His brother is pretty much a legendary coach. And I consider John Harbaugh a legendary coach, 18 seasons with the Baltimore Ravens, man. It's ridiculous. But it's the way of the league, man. Somebody starts doing something, other teams want to do it too. John Harbaugh won't be out of a job. I look to see Harbaugh in New York with the Giants, and he will have so much fun with that young team, young quarterback, young running back, young wide receiver, young defense. NFC East better be on the lookout for the New York Giants in the next 2 years. They get a good coach. Shit's going to happen over there. They got the blueprint. It's just they're young. So I thought it was shit that Baltimore fired Jim Harbaugh. First of all, his last 3 or 4 heartbreaks have not been coaches' decisions. It's been a kicker missing a kick, a tight end dropping a pass, and other stuff like that. That's, gave Baltimore heartbreak for the past 3-4 years. I don't feel Harbs deserve to get canned. Midnight Rider, how did you feel about that?
Oh, we got the correspondent. Let's get the correspondent going first. We gotta get that that engine. That's a fine-tuned machine sitting next to me here, man. Let's go. Let's go, correspondent.
I didn't know he was ready to rock hard. Correspondent.
Look, the reason why John Harbaugh is fired is because he's had 8 seasons with Lamar and he's got 3 playoff wins. That's why.
Super Bowl.
He don't have a Super Bowl with Lamar. Not with Lamar. So that's the issue.
What did you get it with? Oh, that's right. That was with Joe. That was with JoJo. That's right. They didn't make it. That's right.
2012.
Thank you, fellas.
So, Jack, your references are on point. You know, we've got an Andrews drop pass. We got a Luke missed field goal.
Yeah, that was a 2-point conversion, if I recall, the Andrews pass, right? That's to tie the game with Kansas City, maybe?
Yeah. So
my memory.
Living up here in Ravens country.
Yes, sir.
Everyone up here is kind of feels like they were ready for Harbaugh to go. The voices maybe getting a little stale, but I think they're realizing now that he's actually been fired, some of the text threads I'm on. All right, who are we going to get that's clearly going to be better and clearly going to be
Stefanski, watch.
You know, John Harbaugh is one of what I'd call like a CEO type. He was a special teams coordinator when he was hired coming out of Philadelphia. Did a great job there. You didn't see that a lot. You still don't, right? You don't see special team coordinators getting too many. They get interim jobs when the head coach gets fired mid-season a lot of times, but you don't see that trajectory very often. So he, you know, I put him in that CEO category. He wasn't calling plays. He wasn't running the offense or the defense, right? He was more of a observer of it all. Great football coach, hard-nosed. You can see he had a great program there, and he built it. It's a part of that. So, yeah, I mean, that's why he got let go. Midnight Rider, what do you got?
So I'm going to go with a couple things here real quick. Let's look at it this way. Harbaugh has a 614 winning percentage as a coach. The problem is he's been there for 18 years. The message gets stale after a certain amount of time. We only have a certain amount of attention span in this day and age. And I think the message got stale. Also, because I heard Jack talk about the mishaps. Well, here's the mishaps that Jack didn't mention. This team has blown more 10-point leads in the fourth quarter than any team over the last 3 years. So either they're doing something wrong on the defensive side, it's either a coaching thing or it's a team thing. So with that being said, I think he had to get fired. I think we said it last weekend. I think KG fought me on this because I think I said that whoever loses this ball game, and then the fellas before us, Unapologetic Sports at 6:30, Lee Ice and Brian Sweeney, they said the same thing, that the ball game between Pittsburgh and Baltimore was going to say the coach that loses is getting fired. They just been there too long, and the message isn't getting better. The teams aren't being dominant. They're winning 9-8. So you're not. I mean, you're just getting in. You're just getting by, only to get beat in the first round of the playoffs. And I think if Pittsburgh loses bad to Houston, I think Pittsburgh makes a move. Now, I totally agree with Jack. I think Harbaugh lands in one or two places. I think personally, the best place for him is New York. Because he can take one of his defensive coaches up there. They got plenty of pass rushes. They've got the big fella in the middle, Sexy Dexter Lawrence.
Clemson University.
Burns, Carter.
Say that again.
Brian Burns, Carter. Yeah.
You trade Thibodeau. I think it's time. I think you gotta let Thibodeau go, because unless he's playing against Charles Leno from the Washington Commanders, he doesn't really show up. So unless you can get Leno back on the field for him, and Leno spot him 4 sacks, I don't see it. So, and he's the perfect person because I think he's in his 4th year, and you got to pick up his 5th year option. With all that being said, I think Harbaugh had to go. Go ahead, KG.
I love how you say the message gets stale, but I don't think the message gets stale I think you dealing with a different breed of player, and it's not the message gets stale. It's everybody just ain't into it, and it's not because it's stale, just because they want to do their own thing. They want to play their play boxes and their X stations, and they want to be on Tweety and My Face and all that, because that's all they care about. They don't care about winning ball games. John Harbaugh is the type of cat that'll have you running through a brick wall. Trust me, I know. Met him before. Damn, they ran through a brick wall.
That's why he got fired, because he shook your hand in the preseason.
He taped him up. He taped him up, Midnight Rider. He was taping him up.
We was right at the top of the practice field, and I was like, what you need me to do?
I know you was. I know you there. You available. You the man.
Yeah, but I mean, Henry fumbled, cost him a game. Flowers fumbled, cost him a game. Like these sort of fundamental things, the breakthrough to the star players, I think, is what I think the draft picks and stuff, I think they're all in. But the stars of the team, I think, are the ones that just, pushed away from the table a little bit. Check this out, guys. The last 4 years, Harbaugh's he went 10-7, 13-4, 12-5, and obviously this year 8-9.
What's the problem?
Him.
Playoffs is the problem, is what Midnight Rider's saying. But I'm sorry, the dude wins, man.
He wins. Here's the problem is, and if you pay attention and you watch the Ed Reed, I think there was a special with Ed Reed where he talked about they had to pull Harbaugh aside his first 2 years and was like, look, you're doing this wrong.
What?
Yeah, there's a thing where Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, and them like confronted Harbaugh because he was like, we got this because they're a player-led team. Guys from the U.
They were.
Yeah. And Harbaugh was trying to hard ass him, and he was like, look, that's not the way you're gonna get us to respond. And they had this conversation, this come to Jesus moment, and that's when they took off. Now, I don't think Harbaugh has been a bad coach. I just think the way they've lost ball games the last couple of years, they've always lost a stinker. They've lost to a team like the Raiders or the Browns or somebody like that every year. They've had that blow-up game. And I think at a certain point in time, you can have your intangibles, you can have your sayings, you can get everybody hyped, but the problem is those ears don't always listen to what's going on. And I'm not blaming it on the Xboxes and the X stations and the play box
stations.
Play space. Yeah.
I heard that.
But I think this is more so a thing of just you keep hearing the same message over and over and over again. And sometimes that message gotta be new. Dang, Jack said something. Oh, KG, real quick. Request from the caller line. If I can get 10 seconds of Lou Rawls You'll Never Find.
Come on, man. Don't be messing with me.
Because Gentleman Jack said it in his comments.
So real quick, while we're on Baltimore, let's just kind of confirm this. Tennessee, Arizona, New York, Cleveland, Las Vegas, Atlanta, Baltimore's the best job, right? Because of the quarterback. Is that
yes.
Clear?
Baltimore, New York. Baltimore and New York are the best two jobs, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. I like Baltimore, Atlanta, New York, Cleveland. I think Tennessee's last. And the reason I like Cleveland at 4. The reason I like Cleveland at 4 is Cleveland just had one of the best drives in the last couple of years as a team. You picked up your running back for the future, Judkins. You picked up some quality linemen on your line. I think
your quarterback.
What's his name? Wissinger, the linebacker. He's sharp.
He's stalwart.
Yeah.
I think they just gotta go get 2 receivers to put on the outside and tell Jerry Jeudy hit the road jack and let the door hit you with a good Lord split you, because Jerry Judy's not worth whatever they're paying him.
Ass.
And if you can get out of it as soon as possible, I get out of it as soon as possible. I'll tell you right now, I thought Judy was gonna be nice. I was wrong. So There we go.
Well, look, guys, all these other ones are retread jobs. Obviously, Baltimore's not. So you are going to be, especially that GM, Eric DaCosta, he's going to have a lot of sleepless nights, I think, trying to make sure he gets this thing right because he'll be gone next. If they don't flip it year one.
Yeah. But Midnight Rider, you forgot to mention one thing about Cleveland in their, their draft, that great draft they had. They picked up their quarterback in the 5th round, too. They picked their quarterback in the 5th round.
You just wanted to say Shador, something about Shador, man.
Goddamn right. He my guy. And he's going to be a quarterback.
All right, real quick. Let's run through these comments real quick.
Just like Jackson Dart.
Miles Garrett is a man. Ain't no other way to say it. That's from the big. Nope. I'm sorry. That's from Lee Ice.
Yeah, man.
Matt says he won't be without a job for long. Totally agree. Oh, Jesus. The burner account says hugs to KG. Lee Ice says it was time to go. Time for Harbaugh to go. We have a 2-time MVP at quarterback. It's no excuse not to have a Super Bowl appearance. J Dub jumping in. Good evening, everyone. And then boom, Burry's still going to draft QB. And this is the Cleveland situation. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Cleveland's going to be content this year because I don't think there's a third QB out there. I think 1 and 2. I think it's 1 and 2. As long as the kid comes out from Oregon, 1 and 2 are set. I think there's too many questions about Ty Simpson for him to be a top tier pick. Like you might trade back into the first for Ty Simpson, but I think he's more of a day 2 guy.
Yep. But
with that being said, let's get to some of these other firings real quick. Keith,
right? What's up with what happened with the Raiders, dog? I don't agree with Carroll getting gone after 1 year with total garbage as a roster.
No, he had to go. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it was more than that. It was the optics. It was he lost his fastball, man, of being a coach. And
okay, that's how y'all feel.
Edge, that competitive. What's that?
That's how y'all feel.
Well, that's part of it. He also made some really bad coordinator hires. Chip Kelly and the defensive coordinator escapes my mind. I mean, they were both fired mid-season, so that's on his watch too, right? So, no, I just think they need a younger, more vibrant personality and someone that knows that's in the weeds on the details of the NFL, the X's and the O's, right?
They had that, and they fired him.
This is the Raiders we're talking about. I mean, they don't function like most.
Yeah, the Raiders are paying like 5 people not to be in the building right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's almost like 50 million. I forgot the stat. I meant to post it up in the thing. But here's the other thing. Now, let's talk about culture building and building for the future. The Raiders have the number 1 pick. There's no way you can go into next season with the number 1 pick with a coach that you're going to get rid of next season. Why waste this time? Why waste your time? Do this the wrong way all the time. You got a coach on the hot seat. You draft the QB, so you waste the first year of the QB because now year 2, perfect example, Chicago. Chicago should have fired Eberflus last year. I mean, before the season started, but instead they stuck with him. You got Caleb Williams in the building for 1 year, and then now Caleb Williams is under Ben Johnson, totally better coordinator, but it's a better situation. And he had to go and learn a new offense, and that just hinders that learning curve. I'm a firm believer. If you're gonna fire, if your GM is on the hot seat or possibly on the hot seat, and your coach is on the hot seat, fire both, start brand new, clean out the building, and figure it out. All right, so real quick, Matty says he wouldn't bench Geno. Special teams coach fired, not Graham, the DC.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Raiders will have their pick at QB. Genty, Bowers, and $100 million in cap space. Hope they find them some offensive linemen because that's really the problem. If you can't block
QB and some line,
there's no point in having Genty if you can't block for him. With that being said, correspondent, give us the next firing that you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Arizona. Jonathan Gannon out after three losing seasons in Arizona. For me, guys, this is a total, this is a second quarterback, second coach Kyler's then got fired, right? I mean, if you want to put this year on Kyler, but I don't think he really wants to play, to be honest.
He's not a quarterback, man. He's not a good quarterback. He's too small. I don't like him. I put him right there with what's his name from the Houston Texans, Stroud and Murray. Both of them are the same in my opinion. You don't think so, KG?
Oh,
KG. We talking CJ. We talking CJ Stroud.
Now Stroud ain't all that. He's too small.
We said about CJ Stroud. Are we watching the same dude?
CJ Stroud is 6'3". You thinking about Bryce Young?
You're right, Carolina.
You thinking about Bryce Young?
Thank you for straightening the old man out. You're right, CJ Stroud. But CJ Stroud, I don't think is that good a quarterback.
Oh, I think he is.
I think you're tripping on that one. I think the biggest problem for
we'll find out this playoffs.
We'll find out once they get him a real running game. Even though Quintavious Marks is playing running back for him, they still need another back.
But didn't they just have their top two backs injured in Houston? Marks isn't their starter.
Mixon was hurt. They tried to resurrect Nick Chubb. So that's the situation there.
Yeah, they're two down. Yes.
So guys, Gannon for me, I don't think he'll need work long. I think he'll get a D coordinator job here.
He'll get a coordinator job. Yeah.
In this cycle, I don't think he's a head coach.
Say here again. He needs to be here. Right here. He needs to be here.
Yeah.
Here.
I don't disagree.
We see what you want.
So they don't have, unlike New York, even Tennessee, they don't have a quarterback. They need one.
Oh, you say Tennessee don't have a quarterback?
No, they do have one. They just drafted number one last year. That coach is going to,
I don't think Ward's all that either. Didn't think he should have been drafted as high as he was. But we'll see in the next year or two.
What's the next job, Keith?
I'm not always right.
Next job would be Atlanta. Raheem Morris. After
sucks.
Only 2 seasons. This one shocked me the most of all of them, other than Harbaugh.
Other than Harbaugh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they won their last 4 games of the season. I'm Mr. Process-oriented Kirk Cousins. Came in and won the last 4 ball games for him. Unlocked the tight end there, Pitts. I mean, Pitts is running wild all over the field. Somebody can throw it on time, to the man. So I was shocked by that. I thought he got a raw deal there. That's another. He'll be. I know he can coach both, but I think he's more of a D coordinator. He'll probably get hired this cycle as well. Jack, what you got?
Well, you mentioned them 4 wins in a row, Keith. But before those 4 wins, Atlanta lost 7 of 8, dude. 7 of 8, and they lost to Miami. They lost to New York, the Jets. I mean, they had a shitty middle season, but I like Morris, but I do think he deserved to get canned, man.
No, I mean,
just to add to what you said. The 4 wins at the end. Look at the whole schedule. They didn't have the best season, dog.
But the trend was up. You could see the players were fully. For me, that's a big part of it. You can't. Right. He's just getting started. He's just getting started there.
They fighting for Stefanski in Cleveland. Does that mean he's good?
Just coach? The dynamics. They give Cousins $82 million in the offseason or whatever it was, and then pick number 6. They pick Penix. So you've already got a whole locker room is trying to figure out what the hell is going on. He's probably trying to asking himself the same questions. That's a lot to dissect and then get your team to buy in what you're doing. Now it was Cousins and it's Penix and it's Cousins.
That's GM shit. That's GM stuff, Keith.
But unfortunately, Jack, that stuff affects the players. That affects what happens to the football team, Monday through Saturday.
But you're not just head coach.
You're not just coaching on Sundays. You're coaching all the days of the week.
Amen.
KG?
So, come on, KG. We need some of you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Number one, I like to see Raheem Morris here.
Ooh.
I like to see him here as a D coordinator, team back up with Dan Quinn. I'm good with that. Mm-hmm. But when his firing was announced, I think he was the first. Him and the GM in Atlanta was the first to go on Black. But that wasn't even Black Monday. They got fired Sunday night.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought of was a quote by John Thompson.
Oh shit!
And I really believe that Raheem Morris, he wasn't given the opportunity to fail. 2 seasons does not make a coach. Again, if I don't have all the pieces, I can't get all my pieces in 2 years to put my fingerprint on this team. Now, if you had 18 years and you didn't produce anything, fine. You had 5 years and you didn't produce anything, fine. But 2 years, you got quarterback struggles. You inherited a team with quarterback problems. Mm-hmm. You just got your guy last year. And he started late in the year. They finished 8-9. You started kind of sort of doing something this year, but it was just off, just wasn't clicking. At least give him another year and see if it clicks. But to let him go this early, he wasn't. He failed, but he really wasn't. No, I can't even say he failed. He didn't have the time and the opportunity to fail. He wasn't given the opportunity to fail. This was a trash firing. This was a knee-jerk reaction. This was a dumb firing. Now, I can understand if he was 3-14 the last 2 years. Okay, get him up out of here. That's cool, but he was 8-9. Last year, the loss to Washington, that wasn't the loss you expected to happen. Because they came in here and they played like gangbusters. But he was not given the opportunity to fail. But okay, Atlanta's loss should be Washington's game. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I like for him, when he gets on the train, skip the exit or the flight for Ashburn and take his ass somewhere else because I'm good. I'm good on him. Second, here's the problem. There's this guy, he's like a great philosopher. He operates in the writing world under the name of Fat Poet. But when he's on certain shows, he operates as the
Clarician. The Clarician.
He's also Fatso Calrissian on Instagram.
There he is.
He says this thing. You have to die on the cross of your beliefs.
And would you say that?
What Fontenot did by drafting Penix after he signed Cousins is he decided to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight and die on the cross of his beliefs. And that forever. If you ever watch their draft video, Off the Rank is in there asking them, why are we picking this? And how does that make us better? And the fact that Penix, unfortunately, Penix got hurt, but he was never really impressive in the early part of this season. You signed Kirk Cousins to $40 million, and now you got to get out of it. Now you're paying him to get out of it, and Kirk's not going to be there next year. What's your answer? What's your answer at QB? Is your answer bringing in somebody to start the first 4 weeks, 5 weeks of the season until Penix gets healthy? Like, you're in a worse situation than what you started with. You gave up your first round pick for the kid Pierce, who he looks good, but now you're talking about a pick that would be 9 as opposed to picking somebody at 26. I think they've made some mistakes along the way, but I don't begrudge anybody. Because I always say, if you're going to die across your beliefs, go ahead and do it. Hindsight is 20/20. Everybody's perfect in hindsight.
Amen.
So, Keith, what you got next?
We'll go Cleveland next. Kevin Stefanski is out in Cleveland. The GM,
future Raiders coach,
Andrew Berry. I wouldn't rule him out for Baltimore, to be honest. But Andrew Berry, the GM, who I believe is from Maryland. Yeah, he's from Bel Air, Maryland.
Yeah.
The GM, he's retained, so he's going to be, him along with ownership will be picking the new coach there. One thing I want to say about Stefanski, he's been known as an offensive guy and a quarterback guy. You can't call him a quarterback whisperer because he's had I don't know how many quarterbacks he really couldn't make one out of all the parts that he had over the years of his stints there. I know he's won 2 Coach of the Year awards because he made chicken salad out of some chicken shit rosters a couple of years. But when it comes to developing quarterback, I haven't seen it yet. Maybe Shador can be that guy, but that won't be on his watch. He won't get the credit for it.
Mm-hmm.
So Stefanski out in Cleveland. What you got, Jack?
Who did Stefanski get that Coach of the Year with, quarterback-wise? Was that Watson?
Well,
no,
he Baker
got one year with
Baker. Wasn't it a 12-win season?
That's the year they beat Pittsburgh in the playoffs. And then the next time he won it, they played like 4 quarterbacks, still made the playoffs. They played everybody from Dorian Thompson, hyphenated, whatever his last name is. I think they played Watson. They played 2 other quarterbacks that year. So I think that was the Flacco year, actually. Flacco was the 4th quarterback. Came in, got them to the playoffs.
Yeah, so his quarterback position has been unstable, honestly, through the touchy-feely Watson things and the injuries. His quarterback situation just hasn't been stable, in my opinion. So we'll see. What's up, KG?
No, I'm laughing because you said touchy-feely and Watson in the same sentence.
How else you want to talk about? You want me to say the Justin Tucker Club? He's in the Justin Tucker Club?
If I got to say this and then I got to run, gents. I thought Stefanski was going to get fired anyway, but I say that because he did the same thing Jay Gruden did here in Washington. You got a guy that you didn't really want, and then you kind of just buried him and didn't work with him.
Yep.
But this kid came in 5th round pick, went 3-4 in 7 games. And you telling me he can't play ball? So, I understand. This is what I talk about when I say, if you're going to make the meal, you got to be able to shop for the groceries. And a lot of coaches don't get to shop for their own groceries. So I understand that. But something Lee Ice said on Sunday, even though you don't get to shop for your own groceries, you still got to make some food and it's got to be presentable.
Mm-hmm.
You should have known that Dylan Gabriel wasn't going to be that guy immediately. But if I know that I got 2 rookies, I'm going to be working with them to get them up to par, because the better they look, the better I look. Even if I don't want them here, I'm still going to get you up to par. The incidents that happened with Shador should have never happened. And I think a lot of the players that were inside the locker room knew that, and he lost the locker room 2 months ago. So
I'm going to let you sit on that throne.
You say
I'm
what?
going to let you sit on that throne of bad thoughts and bad ideas. But what I want you to do is, Cliff Kingsbury was fired in Washington today. So spitball me your information on that before you get out of here. And then we'll take it to Keith, to Jack, and I'll close it out. And then we'll take a break and we're going to get on to something different.
Well, Cliff Kingsbury, he was not fired. He went into the office and he said he wanted to go a different way. Him and Dan Quinn talked about it, and they mutually parted ways. That's not firing. That's basically putting in your 2-week resignation and saying, hey, I think it's a better opportunity out there for me. Honestly, with the reports that I'm hearing, my phone's been ringing off the hook like I'm Adam Schefter. People have been calling me saying, hey, can you get Brian Daboll here? I was like, I can't get Daboll here. Why y'all calling me? They like, look, you know some people that know some people that know some people. Put the word out there. So I'm hearing Brian Daboll as the OC. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I think this was an instance where the voice was falling on deaf ears, because the offense wasn't clicking. Even with Jayden, the offense wasn't clicking. So we needed a change. So I kind of see that, but Kingsbury is going to either have a head coaching job or another OC job. And if he goes he might be your next Baltimore coach. Him in Baltimore, him and Lamar might, and a real running game.
Yeah, you got a point there.
And let me ask you a question. Can you see the shotgun every single damn play in Baltimore as a main offense?
Why not?
I don't.
Why not?
I don't. What was it?
They are a 4-yard in a cloud of dust kind of organization. I mean, they are not a finesse. That's not a finesse place, and it's definitely not a finesse football team.
But wasn't it Cam Cameron that they fired because he wasn't using Lamar right? He had Lamar coming out of the shotgun so much, and they wanted Lamar was like, "Hey, I can play under center."
Cam Cameron got fired when Flacco was there, and then they won a Super Bowl that same year. 2012.
Who was
he
it?
got fired? Cam Cameron got fired right after the RG3, Haloti Ngata, Kirk Cousins. He got fired the next day, and then what's the dude that was in Detroit as the head coach? Oh man,
my guy,
your guy,
Caldwell
Johnson,
Jim Caldwell.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Caldwell took the reins and they won a chip that year.
His third ring to be exact.
No,
So
I like the way
Midnight Rider, 3 rings.
I like the way you worded this, KG, because I pulled it up on my computer, my laptop here, and it clearly says Kingsbury and the commanders mutually agreed to part ways. I thought you was making that crap up.
No, they both agreed that we wasn't gonna work together no more.
The Dolphins did the same thing with Chris Greer.
So never mind.
Mutual, not fired. Mutually agreed.
Did Joe Witt get fired, or did they part ways with him too?
That's what I'm looking for.
No, he got fired.
Everybody on this list got fired except for Cliff. Come on, man, you kidding me?
No. I think.
Oh yeah, Witt got fired.
I think there's and this is my working theory, and of course, some of the other people in the area. I think Quinn went to Kingsbury and asked for some stipulations or things that he wanted to see different, and I think Cliff wasn't amenable to the things that that Dan Quinn wanted. And then I also think that with the cycle that we're in, there's no real offensive mind. He's the biggest offensive mind available, to be honest with you. Unless you want to go take a dance with the devil and take the kid from Jacksonville, Udinski. I heard people saying Clint Kubiak, but I think Clint Kubiak got fired 2 years ago. Like there's these things that we keep forgetting, and somehow these coaches get the ability to fail up.
Yeah.
In this market. And so it's gonna be interesting. Somebody says Stefanski to where'd y'all have Stefanski going?
I like him in LA.
You mean Vegas?
Vegas, excuse me, guys. Vegas, but the Raiders is where I like Stefanski. I think Harbaugh might land in New York.
I like Stefanski in Atlanta.
Baltimore.
Atlanta, huh? All right, we'll see how it goes in the next 4 months.
If Stefanski lands in Atlanta, you can go ahead and write it down, quote me, do whatever you need to do, put it in your book. If Stefanski lands in Atlanta, he's gone within 3 seasons because Atlanta won't win more than 7 games.
What?
Ha.
Atlanta's improving,
come on. We're gonna let you. No. We're gonna let you out on this. We're gonna
get out.
This is our coach's fired segment.
Get out.
We're gonna hit you with a quick commercial. Come back. We're gonna recall the nickel. And take it from there. All right. So, KG, go get you some sleep, bro. I know you got a crazy week going on.
Doses.
Let me see if I can get this right.
All right, y'all have a good show, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the highlights, the show, the intro to the hottest interview show on the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network, where we take you inside the mind, the soul, the being of a person. We take you through the sports world one interview at a time. It is in the passenger seat. Starring a guy, I guess now he's to my, I don't even know my right from my left, so I apologize. But it's the gentleman Jack. And actually, this is how I fixed that because I put myself here in my favorite square. There we go. So with that being said, it's the correspondence, the gentleman Jack. We're back taking you through the nickel, recapping the games that we picked on Sunday. It's the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. Again, the correspondent, gentleman Jack, myself. So let's start with game one, because game one is one of the games that kind of set the playoff picture in place and put us on the map and kind of figure some things out for the sports world. And with that being said, it was the Falcons 19, Saints 17. So because the Falcons win, the Panthers win the South. And I don't know anybody that had the Panthers winning the South in their bingo card. So let's talk about it, fellas. Let's start with the correspondent, take it to Jack, and then I'll close us out.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, the game that got Raheem fired, a 17-19 victory. I mean, I love the shots that on Twitter of Baker Mayfield's wife taking pictures of him all stressed out watching the game. I thought that was kind of cool. Not everyone, would give you that kind of access. I mean, it wasn't a well played game at all. Tyler Shuck keeps, he's stacking bricks. It feels like, he's got momentum. I think he's going to be their starter, right? Going into next year, probably the last game Cousins plays for Atlanta. Cousins is going to be looking, for somebody that needs a bush fix, a Band-Aid. Go ahead.
While we're on Cousins,
yeah.
I wanted to ask you two and KG before, where y'all think Cousins is going to end up? I think he could go to New York Jets.
I don't
think
about the Jets with Cousins because I think Cousins is a guy of structure. So I think he's going to let some of this stuff play out with the coaching situations, and he's going to find him a guy where I think a guy like Stefanski. So I think the biggest key is watch where Stefanski goes, because I think Cousins goes. I think that might be a merge in the hip unless Stefanski goes somewhere with an established quarterback.
I kind of like Cousins in Indianapolis.
What they got Dimes.
Dimes got a blown Achilles. He ain't necessarily going to be ready to play.
So did Kirk.
Well, Kirk had his 3 years ago, though. He's ready to play.
I mean, they come back from these things now.
Actually, Kirk is the boilerplate for the science behind this, because he tried to play in Atlanta that next year, and he looked like a shell of himself. Now he's not mobile, obviously, but he can read a defense, and he can take what the defense gives you.
I don't see Indy.
Richardson's not there. He ain't going to be there.
No, Richardson's ass.
So I'm just.
But let's do this. If I'm Anthony Richardson, I'm going to either Minnesota,
the Jets.
I'm going to Minnesota, San Francisco. I'm gonna suck at the teeth of someone in the Shanahan tree.
San Francisco,
dog. No. He has to go somewhere where he can sit back and learn. This is a guy that only played 11 games in college football. And I told y'all back when he got
drafted. What the hell's he been doing for the last 2.5 years?
Hold on.
And hurt. He's been hurt. He's frail.
Was he blind? I mean,
hold on, correspondent. Let me finish this out. I told y'all at the combine, this dude's gonna get overdrafted because of his measurables. He's gonna run. He's gonna run better than any quarterback. He's gonna throw the ball further than anybody. The only problem is he can't play quarterback. That's his only issue. He can't
read defenses. He can't call plays.
That's why he has to go.
Anthony Richardson, right?
That's why he has to go to a rehab facility.
Man,
and where you get rehab is you go to San Fran, Minnesota. You go to the Rams aren't going to take him. You could go to Carolina and play for Cornelius, or you can go to Jacksonville and play for Liam Cohen and let them make you a better quarterback. That's the only way Richardson can see the field in the next.
It's not possible.
Years.
It's not possible.
Okay.
He's not.
I'm just saying.
Not a good
I'm
quarterback.
He's
not
he's under contract for next year. They're going to have to trade him. That's his fourth. It's his fourth year.
Do you think they're going to keep him?
I mean,
not with Jones.
I mean, because you want to pay that much. Jones, you want to keep Jones and sign somebody else.
I
mean, you can't bank on Jones being ready to play. I mean,
right? That's what I'm saying.
All the installs and
no. Jones might not be ready till week 6.
That's why you have to sign a backup quarterback. That's going to get you through from week 1 to week 6. And I don't know who that guy is, but that's why I'm saying it that way.
Richardson ain't that guy.
Jacoby Brissett.
Sign me up.
You do. Well, let me get back to this Nolans Atlanta matchup. You're right about Tyler Show. I liked him out of the draft. I think he definitely is going to be A1 QB1 next season starting training camp, man. Why not? He's done nothing but help this team, in my opinion. Dude for 250 against Atlanta. I think he outperformed Kirk Cousins in that game. It's just, I don't know. There was just more big plays on the Atlanta side, I felt. And I tell you, with New Orleans defense, if they can get an offense together, they can do some things that current Houston team is doing. So defenses are starting to come out in the NFL again, and I'm loving it. Who's next on this game?
New Orleans needs some pieces, right? I mean, Olave, he can't trust it. I mean, when he's healthy, he's nice, right? But he hasn't played a full season yet.
Well, they got the other Etienne over there.
Kamara's
old.
Taysom Hill is a gadget, right?
But he's good. He's reliable.
Juwan Johnson, the tight end, I like.
Yes, sir.
Big, physical, great at the point.
He needs more targets, Keith.
Yeah, he does.
And that boy Granderson, the defensive end, is solid as hell on that defense. I like him.
There we go.
So
what do you got? What do you got, Midnight Rider?
I'm gonna get in and out of this real quick. Falcons win 19-17. Panthers win the South. My plan, I've already started doing my mocks. I did a mock as the Saints.
Oh, I know you did.
I think the Saints have to get a playmaker. To go on the other side of Olave, because we don't know with Olave's head injuries, and for some reason this kid won't wear the helmet with the
guardian cap.
The guardian cap. I think they have to draft a receiver early, and I also think they need to draft the back early. If they go receiver 1, because they're in the top 8, we talking Carnell Tate, we talking the kid Tyson. Can't think of his last name, but we're talking about one of those two guys up top early, or they got an outside chance at Jeremiah Love. I think that's the guy they may have to take a dance with, because that way you can replace tomorrow.
KC looking at him. Watch, I bet you Kansas City's looking at Love.
I don't know if you saw my post, but I said Washington's actually in the catbird seat because they could probably entice either KC or New Orleans to want to move up, even though it's only 1 or 2 spots, so they can get a guy like Jeremiah Love, because I think both of those teams are the types of teams that need a guy like that. So, but that's all I got on this, man. I think the Falcons just won because they didn't screw up the most in this situation. Let's get to the next one. A little rivalry game. We got the Lions and the Bears. The Bears could have clinched without any help. The 2 spot if they had won this ball game, but unfortunately they didn't. But the Bears got help later on in the evening from the Washington Commanders to actually get themselves a 2 spot. The Lions 19, Bears 16. Fellas, you just take it away. Let's go reverse order. Let's go Jack to the correspondent.
Thank you, because I just realized something, and I know we ended up making this a wooden nickel by adding that Nolans game at the end of the show last week, but I got all 6 of these games right. Boy, I've been on fire.
Okay.
All 6. So, Detroit, man, everybody on the Junkies picked the Bears to win this, man. And I gave these Detroit Lions, who had their sights set on the Super Bowl A1 day one, I gave them some credit on this last game of the season to beat one of the division rivals and send them into the playoffs licking their wounds in Chicago. So, man, Jared Goff, he played his game, and it was a tough defensive game there too by both squads. So, yeah, I love seeing conference games, man. I really do. They tend to have more heart in them than non-conference games, in my opinion. For the Lions to finish 9-8 like they did, dude, that's just unreal. I thought they were definitely a 12-13 win team. But shit happens, you know. Washington was a 12-win team last year, I believe, and now, boom, injury, shit like that. NFL.
You know what else? Real quick, you know what else? Why you had that thought? You know what? You know how you can lose a couple games by going for it on fourth down every damn time, no matter what. Under any circumstance, doesn't matter.
Man, I feel
first
sometimes,
quarter,
Keith,
doesn't matter.
Once them Keiths get that tag, I mean, Quinn's doing the same shit in Washington, man. Once them coaches get that tag, just like Riverboat Ron went for it on 4 all the time. Once them coaches get that tag, they don't lose it, Keith. I'm firm on that. They gamblers, man. They riverboat, you know. They ready to, as Midnight Riders say, man, die in the moonlight cross, some shit like that.
Die on the cross of your beliefs, baby.
Yeah, and Keith, I think once a coach gets that label of being a gambler, a fourth down guy, Dan Campbell, Quinn, they keep it. And I don't think you're going to get rid of that with either two of those coaches, man, Quinn or the cat over in Detroit. So,
yeah,
what y'all got?
I'll make this quick because I just kind of followed this game on my phone and on Red Zone. You know, Detroit
great game.
They went up 16-0. Detroit did ASAP. So I don't really know what the Bears were lollygagging to start this game, but they definitely got caught off guard and got taken advantage. Amon-Ra was running wide open all everywhere. All over the field.
What did he finish with?
139.
139.
I had 139. So Caleb Williams sets the Bears all-time passing record, but I don't think he got to 4,000, right? They're still
he did not.
Okay.
Did not get the 4. He needed 270 something for that.
I was curious about that. I expected more out of the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. 1 week the defense can't stop nobody. Next week, you know they can't stop anybody in the first half. Yeah, it's they're Jekyll and Hyde. I think they're a team that's a year away.
One and done.
Yeah, maybe one and done. Midnight Rider.
Real quick, Bears' problem is they're opportunistic defense. They're not a steady defense. The quarterback is a roller coaster. If you remember Ethan Hawke in the great movie Training Day, it's about managing the smiles and cries.
Smoking that stuff.
And I think that's part of the problem. Real quick, let's hit these comments, and then we're gonna go to the next ball game after this. So Maddie talking about Raheem thought the 4-game win streak would save him.
Maddie, you lost all them Jones.
Andrew Berry has to have bad pictures of the owner. I don't think that's the case. I think they're trying to set a culture, and they're trying to do it without constant change. Boom. He says, you mean Garrett is the second best player? I'm sorry, this is Tim. He says, you mean Garrett is the second best player in the division. TJ had 22.5 sacks in 15 games. He missed 2 games due to injury. That's just
due to a lacerated lung or kidney or some shit. What do you have?
Anthony jumps in and says, yo, you talking about he had a collapsed lung this season.
Lung.
Anthony comes back in and says, can you see John becoming an assistant?
No.
his brother Jim in San Diego or John Ego. Yeah, his ego way too big for that. And I think the fact that we got so many jobs available, he's going to be a head coach somewhere else. Stefanski, I think, going to be the two that's going to definitely get a job out of this mix.
Yep.
And the rest are probably going to get coordinator jobs. Not all of them, but Raheem and a couple others, I think, are going to be coordinators.
Tim comes back, says Kingsbury will look great in Pittsburgh. Well, you got to find a quarterback.
They got Arthur Smith there.
Arthur Smith is never mind. KG to me, that's bullshit. That's just a white way to say Commanders fired his ass. No, I think
that's what it said, honestly, though, Anthony.
I think honestly, in this situation with Kingsbury and Quinn, I think they came to a conjecture where I think it was better to part ways and do it now. Let Cliff get his interviews in, do whatever, and it's all good. We got Anthony back in again, Kevin Stefanski to the Ravens.
I agree, partner.
I don't need that. Anthony, actually, with a good one is I can see Kirk winning it. Because if Kirk's there in Miami and they still keep Boy Wonder, that could make some things happen.
Miami got
that's going to be an Al Saunders playbook with 4,000 pages that them two are down there together.
I didn't think
and
about
then
Miami.
I can see Anthony Richardson going to Indiana, depending on who the coach is there. If it's Cliff, that's a perfect partner. Cliff don't want no parts, and Anthony Richardson. Don't nobody want no parts of Anthony starting for their team or being their future. Anthony Richardson is Trey Lance part 2. Anthony says, I'm saying the Saints draft Jeremiah Love. I think we kind of said that too. Can you see my Dolphins trading up for Love? No, because you got Devin A. Chain. So that's a thing.
Anthony can type fast, boy.
All right, let's get going, man. Let's Omaha this shit.
Omaha.
Broncos 19, Chargers 3. What's your thoughts, fellas?
I'll go quick. I mean, the Broncos needed the game for the number 1 seed. The Chargers didn't have much to play for. They benched all their players. So that's all I got on this one. I mean, it wasn't real football.
Me too, Keith. I agree. What was it? Trey Lance was starting for the Chargers, some shit.
Yeah, Trey Lance started for them.
He was doing Trey Lance things out there too.
Yeah, and the Broncos just did what they did to get the seed they needed. I mean, Chargers didn't need nothing, and I agree with Keith. This was an ass game. We got another ass game coming up on this nickel here that I'm definitely going to chew into. But this one here was an ass game of the weekend. So let's give it 2 thumbs up for ass game.
All right, let's go into the next one because I don't need to say nothing because y'all covered all that. We got Steelers and the Ravens. Steelers 26, Ravens 24. My man Luke, Mr. Big Kick. Let's go to the playoffs.
Why right? Sorry. Y'all understand when I start talking about it, Midnight Rider. You'll understand why I'm so excited about this one.
No, you good. Steelers 26, Ravens 24. This is the reason Harbaugh got fired. Let's go, Gentleman Jackson. She's so excited.
Let him get it out.
But it's funny because BJ was on Drive Time the other night for a second. Boss Man BJ, everybody knows Boss Man. And when Boss Man came into the segment, Matty Ice was currently on this game. And as soon as Matty Ice said Luke's kick went wide right, BJ pops in. And if everybody doesn't know, BJ's a Buffalo Bills fan. Bills fans know all about wide right.
Scott Norwood.
Yeah. So BJ was like, damn, that's a hell of a time to come in. And this game just had me so excited, dude. My heart was pumping. This was the game that was going to decide Matty Ice's survivor pool. Week 18, last game of the night. Because I did my math and I knew my guy, Curtis, was going to pick Atlanta, Minnesota, and Chicago. And I would have picked them too. But I didn't want to wash. So I said, I'm going Pittsburgh in the upset because Baltimore was favored by 3 in this. And I tell you, man, to see Chicago lose, because that's who Curtis picked. It was his third game. to see Chicago lose and then me to watch this football game. You guys probably watched it. It was the only game on at that time. It was a back and forth. Damn, Lamar did this. Damn, the Steelers did this. Damn, Steelers defense did that. I mean, TJ Watt got damn near a sack and an interception in the same play that one time. The Pittsburgh defense is fun to watch. That boy Hayward, I don't know how he's still playing at the level he is. He's got to be close to 15 years, 12 years in the league, something big. And I like that guy because he limped off the field with the trainers early in the first quarter, and main man played the full game. So Pittsburgh defense, I give them big hats off on this. And the young rookie kicker for the Baltimore Ravens, I give him a hats off too. Sorry about your luck, bro, but you won me 4 bones. So I'm good. That's all I got to say. I couldn't believe it, y'all. When I saw the Ravens score with minutes left, I'm like, oh, shit. Then I saw the Steelers score with seconds left. I'm like, oh, shit. Then I see the Steelers miss an extra point. What was Jack like? Oh, shit. Then I see the Ravens line up for that damn field goal. What was Jack doing? Oh, shit. 44 yards wide right, bitch.
Go ahead, Keith.
All right.
Let me bring this conversation back to earth.
Thanks, Midnight Rider.
One thing, guys, I hope, right? The reason why, for me, Baltimore-Pittsburgh is the one or two best rivalry in the NFL is because those two coaches are really damn good, and they brought their sledgehammer twice a year, every time they played lock, stock, or barrel, right? And I hope we don't lose that with a coaching change in Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
You know, if Cliff Kingsbury goes to Baltimore to be the head coach, I don't run a shotgun every play and up tempo all that. That's not, you know, AFC North football.
Smash mouth football, yeah.
For me. So I just wanted to kind of make that note. And the plays of the game and everything's pretty well documented. I'm gonna
please.
I've always liked Aaron Rodgers' game, you know, especially prime, you know, when he was in his prime. Right. He's aloof and a weird dude, and I never really understood some of his thinking off the field. But the way he found him and Arthur Smith found about 20 different ways to throw a damn screen pass. I mean, it was Gainwell and Warren. I mean, with no DK, I was like, are they going to be able to, you know, I thought the Ravens would figure that out a little bit better, but they kept moving the chains. And Warren and Gainwell were running, I mean, hard as hell. So,
the game meant a lot to everybody, Keith, I feel. Both locker rooms were into this rivalry.
Yeah, and there was a lot on the line. They played like they were playing for their coaches. And, you know, sometimes when you're trying too hard, you make mistakes too, and that obviously that happened. So, Midnight Rider, off to you.
Here we go, fellas. Let's go to the next game. Bills, Jets. Bills 35, Jets 8. Let's just keep the order the way we've been going. Jack,
okay,
responding, and then back to me.
This another ass game. What are we doing here? Type stuff. I mean, you got Cook quarterbacking for the Jets and Trubisky in there. They gave my man Allen the start so he could keep his game started streak intact, and I think he deserves that. He's got the longest current starting streak in the league is by Allen. So Trubisky and Cook at quarterback, it was not must-watch football for me. Trubisky did sling the shit out of the ball for 250 yards, so I'll give him a little dap for that. 4 touchdowns, too, for Trubisky. Jesus Christ. He going to get a starting job off of that one game, y'all. Buffalo rested everybody. They rested Cook. Cook wasn't cooking. So it was just another nasty game. And I don't really watch New York Jets games, y'all. So it was just ass.
Yeah, I got nothing on the game, just some high-level notes here. Obviously, the Bills were able to stay healthy. It seemed like, you know, they rested their players or didn't play them much. So I think they're going to need it this week. Guys, what about the Jets? They went a whole season without an interception as a defense. I mean, that's actually hard. That's kind of hard to do, I think. So
especially with Trubisky for the last quarterback you faced. Jesus Christ, you can't pick him off twice.
So
you also got to think about the team. I mean, like at some point something's got to happen. But
yeah,
hey,
but some of that stuff is like luck, man. You can look at trends where I bet you next year they probably have 12, 15. Like I don't know. It just seems to come the other way. And and I don't want to get ahead of next week, but I love this. They got the Texans, right? Bills, Texans. No,
no, they
got
got
Jacksonville. They got Jacksonville. That's
Buffalo
right.
got Jacksonville.
Yep. Sorry about
Houston
that.
has Pittsburgh.
And don't worry about that because we won't cover those games until Sunday.
Right.
All the games we got tonight are Panthers, Rams, and Packers.
Saturday football.
Yeah, Saturday football. All right. So real quick for me, Bills, Jets. Shout out to Brady Cook because he took the Midnight Riders advice. And I always tell people, if you're gonna be a backup quarterback somewhere, always follow Tyrod Taylor because he's gonna get a start. So that's all I got on this ball game. That's all that needs to be said on this ball game. Let's get to the last game. Commanders and the Eagles. And guys, I don't need to say much on this. So I'm gonna let y'all just take us away if there's anything need to be said.
I'll go ahead, Keith. Let me get this one here too. This is Ass Part 3. Ass Part 3. This game sucked. I didn't even watch it. I watched the Bills game. The Bills game is what I watched at 4:00. This game sucked. You got Josh Johnson at quarterback for the Commanders. I mean, all right, he scored that running touchdown to win the game, and he threw a missile into the Philadelphia Eagles helmet on the sideline padding like he just won the fucking Super Bowl. I mean, shit, I think it's only his second touchdown in 14 years. I like Josh Johnson. He does great things in the community. He's been with Washington and Baltimore, so good for him. But we should have beat the piss out of Philly's third string, man. They didn't have a backup in the lineup, dude. It was pitiful. So for Washington to eke out a 24-17 game against Philadelphia's third string, dude, that's just ridiculous to me, man. Go ahead, Keith.
No, I'll make this quick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was not a good look. I mean, I was happy for Josh Johnson. He's 39 years old. He's played for 14 NFL teams. He's played for some other leagues I never even heard of, never knew they existed. Mm-hmm. So it was important to him. So I'm, good by him, and he got the dub there. Philly, you got to question what their approach was. They could have won this game and got the 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't done any intel or any trolling of Philly radio like I normally would do. I haven't done that this week, but I'm curious to see what they're saying up there.
They got San Fran, and I think they could have got Chicago.
No, they could have gotten Green Bay.
Oh, was that who? I knew it was that game.
So yeah, so they could have gotten an injury riddled Green Bay if they stay at the 2, but instead they got San Fran, and trust and believe, the Philly fans are going to jump all over this if this comes out the wrong way. They've already been on it. Seth Joyner dropped the video. Already pissed about them not going and playing to be the 2. So it's going to be interesting how it plays out. In this ball game, the only logic and the only theory I debunk, and unfortunately one of my co-hosts said it, was like we should have blown out Philadelphia's backups. The problem is we're so hurt. Like we're playing our backups. We're on our we're on our third corner, our fourth corner as our starters. We're on our 4th and 5th defensive ends. The only part of our team that's really healthy is our offense, technically, but we're on our third.
Our linebackers.
Wait. Kinlaw, Payne, Luvu, Wagner.
Oh, okay. So who are your ends? Who are your ends? Your ends is so you had Dorrance Armstrong coming to the season.
Yeah, he went out week 5.
John Baptiste, and you had
week
what's
7.
the other guy? Evans or whatever his name, Dietrich Wise. That's what it was.
Yeah,
that's your 1, 2, 3 as your defensive lineman. Your corner, Lattimore gone. No matter what you think about him.
Yeah. I'm worried about Luvu. I'm worried about Luvu, guys. I'm worried.
I think Luvu's just playing out of position. I think if you can get a fresh four in front of him, I think Luvu can recover. I think he tried to play in, and he's not an in. And for some reason, we didn't make an adjustment to push him inside and mug the A gap with him and do some of the gap blitzes with him that he did the season before.
I don't I think he does best with just go get the football, not a structured follow. If this guy does this, you do this. Like I don't think that's his strong suit.
We got Luvu under contract?
One more year. Yeah.
What about Wagner?
Wagner's got a 1 year.
I think he might come back for another 1 year, man. He said this organization made him feel young again and made him want to play football again. And what kind of accolade did he just get?
2,000 tackles. He's the third person to get 2,000 tackles. So real quick on Luvu before we get out of this. Luvu, to me, he's got Doberman picture vibes. You tell him sick him, you don't tell him do anything else. You don't ask him to think, you don't ask him to do anything outside of that.
All right? I agree.
Real quick break, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna close this out with college football playoffs and then the NFL playoffs. With that being said, this is the shortest break we got, guys. So don't get too comfortable. Yo, what's up? Welcome back. Sideline Junkies Podcast Network, Tuesday Night Flight. As you can see, I got my guys with me. It's the correspondent, it's Gentleman Jack. I'm the Midnight Rider. Coming back to kind of do some playoff talk. And when we talking playoffs, in the voice of Jim Moore Jr., playoffs. We gonna talk about it. All right. So we're gonna hit you first with the college football playoffs, and then with the NFL Saturday games, and then we're gonna get you out of here and get you on with the rest of your day. But real quick, from our guy Driscoll, just says still good chance of having a second round game at home if the Packers beat the Bears, not overlooking the Niners though. I hear you, bro, but I just think that's a harder path than going through the Packers and their injury routine. But let's to what's on the slate. I think hopefully KG put this in the right order. So I think this is the Thursday night game. Number 10 Miami versus number 6 Ole Miss in the Fiesta Bowl. Gentlemen, just what are your thoughts? And this is beautiful because the college playoff system knows, unlike the NBA, you can't go up against the NFL. So number 10 Miami, number 6 Ole Miss. Who you got? I'll start with you, Kevin, the correspondent, because you look ready to go.
I'm not ready to go, but Fiesta Bowl, Glendale, Arizona. Just feel like it's the Miami's just riding so high and has all that swagger, to them, and Ole Miss is riding high with
Kiffin stuff.
The Kiffin stuff, and that student body's really rallied behind them. So, yeah. Just like Ole Miss's other game, I'm rooting for them, but I think Miami will win this game.
Ooh, cookie.
Miami wins 24-21. I think this is a great football game.
Not so fast. Not so fast, correspondent. Not so fast. You got this high-flying Ole Miss offense. High-flying. With Trinidad Chambliss coming off a D2 championship last year, too. So he's a winner. No Kiffin, no problem. That's been my saying this whole playoffs with these cats. That's kind of motivation to them, I think. Let's win this shit with us, is the way I think Ole Miss is looking at it. Now, don't get me wrong. I love that Miami defense. Them boys are thick, they big, they fast. And they did their thing last week in a low-scoring game. One of the lowest-scoring games in this playoff so far by the Miami defense held it there. So, I don't know, man. Carson Beck, one of my old Georgia Bulldog guys. But I just think Ole Miss is going to be able to score a little bit more than this Miami offense. And I think Ole Miss may be able to shut down Mr. Fletcher, the running back over there at Miami that I like so much. So it's going to be a battle of whose defense is the best here, not because Miami's got to stop Trinidad. They have to, or this man will torch you either with his arm or with his legs. The boy wants to win, man. And I love it. And I feel you see that in his game since coach left. So as I said, no Kiffin, no problem. Ole Miss all day. Isn't that right?
Well, unfortunately for Miami, I might be the jinx or the curse because I picked against them in the first 2 rounds. I think Fletcher's played great ball. I think the D line's been great. I think the O line's been great. I think they get a chance to grow great in this ball game. I think Miami to win this. I think it's a 23-14 type of ball game because I think Miami dominates on the ground. Fletcher gets 120 plus yards. That's all I see.
Don't forget about Keywan Lacey over there, boy, with them Rebels. Keywan is a banger, man. Boy, got 1,500 yards this year. So
I understand that, but I think this defensive line has come to play and has come to dominate, and it changed the whole course of the ball game against Ohio State. So that's why I got that going on. Let's get to the next
whoever
one.
Stops the run game, Midnight Rider. I want to say whoever can stop the run game can win this game.
Say that one. Yeah, whoever stops the run game can win this ball game. Totally agree.
Thank you. Yeah. All right, let's roll.
All right, Oregon, Indiana. Number 5, Oregon, Indiana, number 1. Just thoughts real quick. Who you think? Who you got? How you feel?
I mean, this is a rematch, right?
Yes. Yep. Yes. October. Yep.
Yeah, that first game, Oregon had a boatload of turnover.
30-20.
Yeah, 30-20.
What's the score?
Yeah, I just it's hard not to pick Indiana here. They were so impressive last weekend. I mean, that offensive line is looked like the 83 Hogs out there. I mean, they were just road great. Signetti's got something to him, man. I really, and he's been in the portal this week, by the way. Got himself a new portal. So yeah, give me I love Oregon. I love the way they play. I love their quarterback, but I just think Indiana's going to suffocate them. I'll take Indiana 28-18. 28-18 Indiana.
Okay. I agree with you, Keith. Everything you said. It's hard not to look at this Signetti coached Indiana team any other way than winners. Because, I mean, that's how coach comes across. You could know that from his day one a couple years ago when he said, "I'll win. Google me." He's a freaking winner. And he's also got a quarterback over there on the shelf right now, and that's Fernando Mendoza's little brother. A lot of people don't know that he's on that squad. I've seen 2 Mendozas in the quarterback meeting, and I'm like, whoa. Yeah, his little brother's also over there. And that running back at Indiana, Hemby, he's a bull, man. I look at Indiana to beat this Oregon team, and I think it's going to be pretty bad because I think the Indiana defense is just going to step up phenomenal. So I'm going to go 28-7. Indiana? Yeah, let's do it, Midnight Rider.
I think it's going to be a closer ball game than that. I think it's going to be one of those last team with the ball game. I mean, the ball type of team wins.
Do you?
I think Indiana does show off its impressive run game, but I think Oregon's got enough in the passing game, and Dante Moore is going to do enough to make it interesting. But I still think Indiana walks away with this ball game. Give me like a 31-27 type of ball game. I think offenses get out. I think teams play, but I think the defenses get a little exposed because both of these teams can run the ball and throw the ball. And I think that's where the disadvantage comes into play.
But Dante turns the ball over, Midnight Rider. Dante got like 10 interceptions.
10 interceptions in what, 10 ball games or 13 ball games? That's not even an interception of ball game.
That's some turnovers, man. I don't know, baby.
We'll see. But I'm picking Indiana.
We'll see. Indiana. Thank you, sir.
With that being said, let's get to the NFL real quick. Unless you got something, Keith.
No, I'm good.
All right, let's go NFL. Panthers Rams first ball game rematch of a ball game we saw earlier this year, where the Rams turned the ball over multiple times, and the Panthers were able to sneak out a victory in the rain. Panthers versus Ram, of course, at Carolina. Rams minus 10.5, 46.5 is the over under. Keith, go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, there's no chance the Panthers are going to go in there and shock the world and beat Stafford. Adams is back, Nakua, Kyron Williams, and them boys. That's not gonna happen. That defensive line in with the Rams, those boys are gonna hunt. I think that they'll get oh gosh, this quarterback escapes my mind now for Carolina. Young. They'll get Young off his spot and off his first read, and then he starts to do bad things when that happens. So I love the Rams here. I think they squeak out a couple. So I'm gonna go 24-10. 24-10 Rams over Panthers.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, the only good thing going to this is the Carolina Panthers is they got a home game out of this. That's the only freaking good thing Carolina's got going out of this game. Yeah. Getting that because they eked out a darn conference championship out of another team winning, that's bullshit. You got a 12-5 team on the road, but they're going to show you why they 12-5 because they play in the best conference in football right now. You look at it. They got 3 teams from their conference in the playoffs. Tell me they're not in the best conference, fellas. The Rams are going to annihilate the Panthers. Mark my words. I think they can hang 40 on them. I don't see the defense in Carolina being that strong, and I definitely don't see the offense in Carolina being that strong unless Bryce Young finds a nut somewhere. But other than that, blowout. LA Rams are going to smoke them. I'm talking hanging 40, and Panthers might score 10. That's my look at it, guys.
I think this is an interesting ball game because I think the Panthers may have some magic in running the ball and with their defense. So I think this is going to be an under type of ball game.
It could be
like a 24-10 type of thing. So the Rams will cover. With that being said, let's get to our closeout game: Bears and the Packers. Bears 2 seed, Packers actually a favorite 1.5. Over under 45.5. How you guys feel about this? Go ahead, Keith. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's division rivals playing their 3rd game of the year. That always is interesting. I think that
they split.
They did. Is that what happened? They split. So
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, Jordan Love's been here before. Caleb hasn't. So I think that equalizes some of the advantage you would think the Bears would have playing at home, but the Bears' record at home hasn't been great this year. Packers are 1.5 point favorites. Is that what?
Yeah,
on the road
right now, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Jordan Love gets it done here. Matt LaFleur, I trust him more than Ben Johnson at this point as far as managing the game. Time clock management, and keeping this quarterback out of harm's way. So I'll go Packers here to cover 23-20.
Packers, huh?
Yes, sir.
You like them Packers? I don't know. Like you said everything right, man. Caleb's been here. Williams has not. Williams matured a lot this year. I'm a big fan of his. I've been following him since his days over in what was that, St. John's? Where was he at? Gonzaga? He was at a DMV school. Gonzaga. He was over at Gonzaga. He worked out with our guy, Coach Bauscha, at Quarterback Factory, in which Quarterback Factory has produced a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback at Quarterback Factory. So everybody check out quarterbackfactory.com. I'm going Green Bay on this one, man, just because. It's being played in Green Bay. It's going to be cold as balls. cold. It's gonna be cold.
No, it's in Chicago.
No, it's in Chicago.
Oh,
it's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be cold too. It's gonna be cold too. My bad. I got it written wrong way on my sheet. You're right. Chicago is the conference winner. I just think Green Bay is going to get them. So I'll take Green Bay and the under, guys. Green Bay and the under. I think all three of us are going to take Green Bay. What you got in there, Ryan?
No, I think Chicago comes out with their run game and they ball club.
Swift.
And I think this is going to be a quick ball game. Don't get comfortable in your seat. Don't eat too many wings in your pregame because this is going to be over in about three hours or so. Because I think the Bears are going to run the ball. Monogamy and what's the guy?
Swift.
I wanted to call him Sweat, but Swift. I think they're going to change this whole ball game. And with that being said, so give me the Bears. I'll take the under. And let's get to the end of the show where we have to wrap this shit up. B. How are we going to do this? Anybody got anything from the week, Keith? Let's go TGL if you got anything there.
Well, no, I might finish with that, but I got three things. I don't know if you guys saw just here in the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Carnell Tate, the receiver for Ohio State, is entering a draft. Okay. I think he's a top 12 pick probably.
Amen.
All right, so in my first mock, I got him top 5 going to the New York Giants.
Wow.
Another draft capital on another receiver in the top 5. Wow. I don't see that. But
because now you got neighbors. You got neighbors on one side and Tate on the other. You can't double. And you got Wan'Dale Robinson in the scene. You become the Cincinnati Bengals if Jackson Dart can play quarterback. With Cam Scatterbull in the backfield.
Dart can play quarterback.
Can he play both? Can he play in the secondary too? Because they need
we got draft capital for that. We just outscore you.
So you said the Giants. So you said the Giants, and that brings me to my next nugget. Whoever gets that job there, guys, has got to deal with Joe Shane. I mean, he's being retained as the GM. Right. I don't see a Harbaugh wanting to go up underneath that.
Who wants to go underneath that?
Nobody. I mean, somebody that's an up and
needs a job.
Mm-hmm. So that's something to think about when you.
Yep.
Because Jack, I agree. Harbaugh would. I just love that. I love him up there, but I don't know if he would want to do that with Joe Shane in the mix.
I didn't think about that. You're right.
So when Harbaugh goes to Atlanta, no GM, he could probably bring his own GM with him.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see.
You bring the director of player personnel in Baltimore, or
I think he's going to go to Cleveland.
That's the
stay in the division, huh?
That's the diabolical one.
That one makes a lot of sense.
Staying in the division makes sense because he knows what he's got a game plan against half the damn schedule period. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If he goes to the NFC East, it's a totally different world, even knowing you're just down the parkway from us. But that would be crazy.
100%. And then just the last thing is a quick TGL today. Yeah, I don't know why they're playing at 5:00. I mean, if you want to get eyeballs,
I get home from work.
I mean, people are watching. Pardon the interruption. They're not watching TGL at 5.
They're watching Sideline Junkies at 7:45.
So look, if you want to run a successful business, you can't have week 1. You're going up against NFL football at 4:00 on a Sunday, and then you're going to come on a Tuesday at 5 when you know what I mean. So anyway, Atlanta beat the Bay.
That's your people.
Atlanta beat the Bay today 7-4. It's cool as hell, guys. If you guys get a chance, I know you guys have watched a little bit of it. The Bay's a great squad with Oberg, Lowry, Wyndham Clark. Atlanta, Justin Thomas is hurt, so they had Cantlay, Horschel, and Chris Goddard up.
Is Tiger still playing?
Tiger's still hurt right now.
Okay. I knew he was on the Jupiter team.
He's on Jupiter Lynx. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So, look at me, boy. Call him.
There you go. Your homework assignment.
I do.
There you go. That's it. I'm good. I'm done.
I watch it every once in a while. I do. It's pretty neat. I want to play it. I got to come to one of your simulators. I hit Keith up the other day. Midnight Rider's cold his ass outside, right? He talking about, I just got back from simulator game. I'm like, man, he golfing fool right there.
Yep.
I want to play simulator. I'll just play 9, dude. Just 9. My clubs are rusty.
The next TGL match is Tuesday the 13th at 7:00. Jupiter Links versus New York Golf Club. So
who else is on Jupiter Links, if you don't mind me asking?
Kevin Kinsler and Tom Kim.
Oh, I like Kim. He's young.
Tom
Kim.
Like him. He's great. He's outspoken because this is what you need, like personalities. He's awesome.
Well, he was awesome when Tiger was there with him. He was just sucking up the knowledge from Tiger Woods, man. You could see it. Right. I like him. Yeah, I like him.
And New York's
yeah.
Go ahead. No, New York's got Ricky Fowler and Schauffele and Matt Fitzpatrick, so they got a good squad too. Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, they do. No, my wrap that up is in the passenger seat tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Guest is still up in the air. I'm going to be honest with everybody. Guest is supposed to be University of Maryland baseball coach and Maryland baseball legend Scott Swope is supposed to be in the passenger seat. I'm still waiting on confirmation, but I can dig. I'm going to do everything I can do to make that show pop off tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Peep that.
All right, real quick for me. Tomorrow, 7:30, Nothing But Net returns. 30 minutes of the old school basketball show. Basically, we take you through the world. The eyes of two old guys that grew up watching Amari Rashad and company talk about basketball. With that being said, this is go ahead.
I want to give you and what's he go by? C. Perry?
Yeah.
You and C. Perry, man, in a 30-minute show, cover some hoops, man. I would love to try to make a college show like that, but I don't think I could do it in 30 minutes like you guys do. So thumbs up, man. Great job on that. Nothing But Net, man. I like the graphics. I like Perry at the end saying swish. That's pretty cool. Hey, do I watch the show?
You watch the show. I love that part about it too, man.
I do too. My man said swish.
I got to get him back to doing that because he's been doing the
did he?
Other one. It's an old basketball player. He does his thing, but yeah. But tomorrow
I like swish.
I'll see if I can get Swish in the mix for you. But with that being
Great
said,
job.
Tuesday night, it's almost 9:30. We covered a whole bunch of stuff for you. We thank you for watching us. We thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, you ran the whole smorgasbord today. Hopefully, you did unapologetic and then waited a couple minutes and came back and watched us for this time frame. Again, don't forget audio version tomorrow morning available. iHeartRadio. Spotify, wherever you can get a podcast, we there, baby. Because in the words of Jack Carr, we everywhere.
Hey, Keith, I want to tell you, Caleb Williams came up 58 yards short of 4.
Okay.
It's on my computer right now.
So with that being said, that's the Gentleman Jack. That's the correspondent. I'm the Midnight Rider. This is your Tuesday night flight. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Again, Nothing But Net is 7:30 in the passenger seat at 8. And then we'll take you from there on the rest of the schedule. Thank you for coming out. God bless and good.